AP News, I'm Mike Hempen. More firefighters have been rushed to Los Angeles as stronger winds are in the forecast. Winds that could undo the progress that has been made in fighting the wildfires. LA County Sheriff Robert Luna says at least 34 people have been arrested on various infractions.
We want to get you in there as soon as possible, but I want to reiterate what is holding us up. This is very important. We are still, for the Altadena area, we are in the third day of grid searching. It is a very grim task, and we, unfortunately, every day we're doing this, we're running across the remains of individual community members.
The blazes have destroyed thousands of homes and killed at least 24 people. Officials say U.S. and Arab mediators have made significant progress toward brokering a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war, but a deal has not been reached. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says he hopes a deal is imminent.
The parties are right on the cusp of being able to close this deal. Whether or not we go from where we are now to actually closing it, the hours and days ahead will tell. But I believe it is there for the taking, and we're going to do everything we can to push it to get it across the line.
Officials say there are multiple moving parts still in play. A company linked to conspiracy theorist Alex Jones is now offering over $7 million to buy his InfoWars platforms as part of Jones's bankruptcy. A lawyer for the trustee overseeing the bankruptcy says First United American Companies has more than doubled its offer since losing to The Onion in a bankruptcy auction that was later voided by a judge. The Onion also is expected to submit a new offer. This is AP News. AP correspondent Haya Pinjwani reports on special counsel Jack Smith's report on President-elect Trump.
A federal judge says the Justice Department can release special counsel Jack Smith's investigative report on President-elect Donald Trump's 2020 election interference case. The ruling from the U.S. District Judge, who was appointed to the bench by Trump, is the latest back and forth in a court dispute over the report from the special counsel who prosecuted Trump in two cases the Justice Department abandoned in November. Earlier, the judge had temporarily blocked the department from releasing the report. She later cleared the way for the release of the volume on Trump's 2020 election interference case. Haya Pinjwani, Washington.
And the Dallas Cowboys are looking for a new coach. The team announced today that Mike McCarthy will not return for the 2025 season. I'm Mike Hempen, AP News.
Good morning, Marianas. So many things we gotta discuss. Happy day, Tirawami greetings. To Rhoda, Guam, Saipan, and Tinian. For all your island news. From a beautiful place with Pacific views. It's always so much fun on Good morning, Marianas.
here. We are ready to go, and it is a great day. We're getting started already here. It is 7:10 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, January 14th, and we got you already started with your latest from the Associated Press. We're firing with both barrels. We're going all in this morning. We're pumped up because the CNMI is ready to start moving, and holy cow, I can't believe it. What a start to the day that we had. What a start to the week we had. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's start now talking about how you're going to get to everywhere you need to go this morning, because it's a little busy out there. And not everywhere that you might expect, but it's definitely busy out there in some places. So let's get out there and start taking a look at what your traffic is looking like out there as you try to get around Saipan. Right now, you're looking live down there on Beach Road in Olia. You can see everybody's moving and hustling and getting around, getting everywhere they need to go. But let's take a look all around the rest of the island. Over there at the intersection that matters, at the home of connections that matter, IT&E, you can see it's slow in every direction right now, whether you're heading east or west or south, you name it. It's a little slow over there at the Middle Road intersection with the CMG. So if you can get around that place, maybe you should do that. Try to go a different way. If you're coming down the hill, you're coming from Chalanquidza, you might not have much of a choice, but that's what you got. Anyway, be careful. You know it's going to be slow there. How about the old AK intersection? Looking mighty fine. Somehow, some way, that is a good place. We'll see what happens there in I don't know, about 20 minutes. Should be getting a little bit crazy. Even Chalanpia is already busy. You can see the traffic's already a little bit of a headache all the way past Texas Road as people try to get down to Beach Road, dropping off their kids at Hopwood or just trying to mosey around through there. It might really be an opportunity for you to drop your kids off at Texas Road. Say, you guys got to hoof it all the way. I'm going to grab an empanada over at Bolas or Galaxy. That might be the smart move for you. Let's go up north a little bit and try to get more central in Saipan. Yeah, that intersection looks like murder over there at Middle Road and IT&E. Let's scroll up north a little bit by the tennis courts. Navy Hill, Micro Beach intersection at Middle Road. Not too bad, a little bit slow, but that will probably change coming up later. How about the bottom of Issa Drive at Middle Road? Looking okay as well. Not too bad, just a little minor slowdown. But that's about to happen anywhere. How about over there in Cagman? Wow, look at everybody in Cagman looks good too. Just a little slow, probably stuck at the light right now by the mobile station, but it's not that bad. Things are looking good. How about San Vicente? Am I asking too much? Can San Vicente be good? Well, it's just a little bit slow in the area of San Vicente School, but not that bad. People trying to head up around the corner and head back down around the corner. It's really actually looking pretty fine. Holy cow, this is the time you need to leave to go to work, guys. You need to leave right around 7 o'clock. Oh no, it's looking a little bit worse outside for us. But take a look over there. Folks trying to get up the hill by Monsignor Martinez. You're going to find a little bit of a slowdown. But what is going on out in front of us right now? It is somehow slow as people are trying to make their way south of us and getting down toward the oh man, over there by the Olei Sports Complex, it is not looking good. Right now, take a look outside. This is what we're looking at as everybody has stopped. They're working on it. Let's just say that. They're working on it. They're trying to get you done. They're trying to get your construction done, get that road work done. I don't know when it's going to be done. They said February. They did say it was going to be 2025. That part we got going for us, which is nice. But you can see it's going to be a little bit slow if you're heading south from Middle Road, from Monsignor Guerrero on Beach Road. It's definitely going to be slow going. Hey, look, there's a little K-van right there. That's a sandbar. I think that's Hiroshi Nishikawa. If you see that one going around, that guy is selling those little K-vans. He's the one who sold me mine, and he's been great. Anyway, traffic is definitely, let's just call it steady. If you're heading down that way, it absolutely is. So expect that and expect some more of it. Good morning, everybody. Great to see you today. We are making our way through the morning. We got through some weather. We got through some traffic. Actually, we didn't really tell you about the weather. But, I think now's a pretty good time to tell you about the weather because we're looking at, this is what it looks like. It's all rainy and cloudy and kind of miserable looking outside. And you know what's funny about that is that we're supposed to have a beautiful week this week. I don't know where that rain came from. It was not expected for me. I mean, maybe it should be. Brad, you can't read. It said isolated showers. Yeah, but it looks like it was showering everywhere. Today we're looking at isolated showers, mostly sunny skies. High near 88 with winds out of the east 13 to 17 with gusts as high as 23 miles per hour. It's 81 degrees outside right now. And up at the Saipan International Airport, the humidity is 79 degrees. So it is a little bit sticky out there, but it's not that bad. You just enjoy it. Let's take a look. Oh my God. Anna Lee, you're just so sweet. She says, she's over there on YouTube. She said, using YouTube Premium here, and I forgot it was your voice. You're easy to listen to, and it's great hearing the news from an island brother, Brad. Good morning. Oh, geez, Anna Lee, you just get me all emotional. You just warmed my heart just there this morning. Thank you so much. It is absolutely beautiful to have you guys in here today. And speaking of that, I can see you guys already in the comments too and tuning in. Tobak Castro, the tint man from Dan. Great to see you this morning. Eric Mofnas, thanks. He actually says, good morning, good Tuesday morning, CNMI. Brad Parapiling, Nyao Mariano, Auntie Connie, and everybody listening to this great station. Have a blessed, good day. Thank you, Eric. Great to see you. Mariano, speaking of that, great to see you this morning. Anna, great to see you as well. Absolutely love it. Seeing all you guys out there. Speaking of Mariano, and speaking of the roads, we got some stuff to talk about with Mariano and the roads because we got an update from Mariano about all the great stuff that's happening. You know what? It's funny because I have it in the folder, but I also have it from him right here. So I think I could just go straight to that. Here, let's send it your way. He says, hey, guess what time it is? It's paving time in Garapan. That's right. Mariano Iglesias from the Office of Planning and Development sending us photos like this and videos that you're going to see in a minute. That's the intersection over there by the Micro Beach Hotel looking toward the Ridge Line. And at the end of the street is where you got VFW, Godfathers, Johnny's Bar, Cheers, and Safe House. That's all getting paved. They did all this. They laid this tar down and they got all this stuff ready because it's getting done today. Holy cow. Let's see some more of this. This is a little bit further down the street. You could definitely notice it. Residents in the area are having to deal with it right now, but don't worry. They're going to get that stuff paved today, which is pretty nice. Good morning, Vincent Raymond. Thanks for tuning in today. Let's keep moving up north a little bit. There's another look. This is where you get to the end of that and you look south. So again, they mentioned that this part of the road was going to get paved in 2 stages because it's the longest stretch of all the roads that they're doing, and it's the one that's most highly used. And so here it is. That's again looking back at Micro Beach Hotel. But that thing needs a little pressure wash, huh? Anyway, that is Palm Street. Palm Street is that's the street where all your main places are at as far as nightlife is concerned. Johnny's, God's, VFW, Cheers, and Safe House. They're all right in that street. And Relox too. Oh, sorry, Relox Dispensa. I'm sorry I left you out there for a second. But man, this is the last bit of streets going in the Garapan revitalization program. Can't wait till these lights are done too. Let's take a look. Here's the video that he sent. Again, he sent this yesterday to us, but we want to get it to you today so you can see it on the show this morning. Hey, there we go, Manny's house. And that's the second floor VFW. That's right. Looking good. These streets are going to be so nice when they're done, especially that last stretch. The last stretch. The one that's the part of the road, excuse me, that I like to hang out at the most. The part that's still going to be the last part to get paved in the whole area. Anyway, here we go. That's going to be it. And imagine all those streets are starting to look good, but wait until you get those lights in. Then it's going to be outstanding. I cannot wait to see how great Garapan is going to be once they get all those things done. So thanks to Mariano with the Office of Planning and Development for getting us all that kind of stuff. You don't get that kind of stuff from anybody. That is awesome. So Mariano, thank you. Thanks for getting us everything. And often, you get us so much stuff. Hey, today, I know it's a crazy thought. We're going to try to get Troy Torres in here with us this morning, but he's heading off to Guam today. He was here. He got in the other day. He was here for the inauguration and everything. He's over there getting some breakfast this morning, and I'm like, oh, man, it'll be great if we were able to get you in here. But I know it's kind of unreasonable. You're going to be flying this morning. You want to make sure that you're out of here on time. But, you know, he was such a great host to us. It would have been cool if we were able to get him in here. But, hey, if I had the option of doing the show or getting breakfast before my flight, I'd probably do the breakfast before my flight. But don't worry, we got folks coming in here this morning, and I'm excited about it. Destiny Issa from Mangi Things is coming in here at 8 o'clock, and she's going to tell us all kinds of stuff that she's been doing. She's got great products. I'll tell you what, she made the birthday cake, but it's not a cake. You got to see it for yourself. It's really cool. She's coming in. She's going to show off some of that stuff. We've got some great photos of some of the work that she did. And she did this for our daughter's birthday, and it was wonderful. I couldn't be happier. And I reached out to her. I'm like, hey, we got to get you on the show because what you're doing is awesome. We got to get you in here. And you guys need to see what she's doing. She's a student, and she's doing great stuff. Made her own little business doing this kind of stuff. And, man, it's super cool. Just wait and see. It's another cool thing of that's happening here in Saipan. Somebody who's local, making local products, doing cool things, and getting out there, and we want to get her in. So excited about that. You want to talk about some headlines? Oh, sure. We can talk about some headlines. We'll talk about some of the stuff that's happening here because yesterday was Inauguration Day for just about everybody. The House and the Senate had their inaugurations yesterday, and so did the Public School System's Board of Education. And whoa, holy cow. First day on the job, he's got the most important job. Kodep is now the chairman. Yes, he is the chairman of the Board of Education. On his first day in the job, he got nominated and voted in. Now there was Maisie B was nominated as well, but the vote ended up going toward Kodep. So Kodep's going to have some new things coming this year, and we're looking forward to it. I'm excited to see how all that's going to work out. Like the PSS is going to have some rough road this year, and at least they got somebody who's got a lot of experience to roll them in there and kind of get things going. So, but I imagine there's going to be a lot of challenges. I can't imagine being a first term and getting right in there as the chair. So he's going to have to work together with everybody. Is it Antonio Barcinas and Andrew Orsini both voted for him, including him voting for himself. Torin Borja ended up nominating Maisie, and those two voted for Maisie. And so that's how it went, 3-2. There's also 3 non-voting members for the Board of Education. That's the private schools, the student rep, and the teacher rep. You know, I don't know. I think the teacher rep should definitely get a vote. I don't think that the student rep should get a vote. And mainly, let me tell you why. It's not that I don't think they can do it. It's not that I don't think the student voice isn't important enough. I just don't think that the student rep should get embroiled in all the politics of like the voting and stuff like that, you know? So I don't think that's I think that's too heavy a burden to put on some kid who's in high school, right? So that's it. But the teacher rep absolutely should have a vote in all of that. The private school rep, yeah, I think so. I think the private school rep should have a vote in that. Mainly because it's the Board of Education. It's not the Board of Public Education. It's the Board of Education. So I would say add those 2 votes in. You should get them. They are like Guam and the CNMI. Let's give them votes in the House of Representatives. I think for the Board of Education, that's what I would go for. But what are you going to do? That's just my outside of my objective opinion. Tobat Tobat Castro, what are you talking about? Hey, he's over there in the comments saying, hey, he said, sorry, off topic, my coffee was spiked. He says, looks like Lotte is going to take over the airport concession after DFS announced that they will be shutting down. Oh, boy, that is a shame. You know, not that Lotte is coming in. That doesn't mean they're ashamed. But the development that DFS would be closing here in the CNMI. And, you know, that bodes poorly for them way across the board, not just here in Saipan, but like anywhere else, because, you know, DFS is a pretty big place. It's kind of a big business, and to see them go away, you know, I don't know, by the way, how they were able to last as long as they did here in Saipan, you know, with all those premium goods and stuff like that. How many people do you know? And I'm not talking about your aunties, but like, or maybe, I guess you could say it. Maybe they saved up after the spouses died, or they got some big land deal or something. But, like, who carries Louis Vuitton bags around here, right? I mean, like, I don't, certainly. I'm not that guy. I'm basic, you know? But as far as, like, a job itself, like, it was great that they employed so many people here. And they had a lot of folks here, again, with good jobs that would interact with the customers, that would interact with the tourists. They become ambassadors to our tourists when they come in and they shop at DFS, and they see that we have a nice shopping place and everything. If anything, it was great that we... Tobat says, I have Louis Sablon. That's it. We need to make Louis Sablon bags. That would be it. Louis Sablon. Oh my God. That is the brand. That would be somebody to make that using the same fonts that they use for Louis Vuitton, but make the LS. And oh my God, that is the best thing I've heard. Oh God, that was awesome. Louis Sablon. the Tomorrow luxury brand, Louis Sablon. That would be, oh dude, that is great. That is gold right there. But imagine one other good thing about DFS is that they had all those shops in a nice like mall kind of setting. In a hot place like this, it's a place for people to go during the day that's air conditioning, that isn't stuck in their hotel. I know the hotels would prefer that you would stay in their hotel and everything like that, but when you go on vacation, you don't want to just stay in your hotel. That's what cruise ships are for, right? But you want to get out and you want to go do things. So, you go to DFS, it's the only fully air-conned place for shopping like that, right? I'm not talking about just like one-person store. The only thing that we got locally that's similar to that is like Joe 10 Hoffaday, because you can go in between All-Star Sports and the Athlete's Foot and the Joe 10 Market, right? Oh, and you could even slide into the cafe next door, right? Ico's Deli. But really, like DFS, it's a great spot. Like the location is great. It could be used for all kinds of stuff. But, there's so many little like mini mall things that try to open here that never seem to work out. I'm not sure why it doesn't work out, but for one reason or another, it doesn't. Hi, good morning. Come on in. And so while it doesn't work out for them, maybe that's where the DFS location, it could work for them. You wonder where to sit down and all that stuff. All right, I'll tell you what, guys, we'll come back. We'll talk more about this in just a little bit. We're going to take a couple of commercials to get us started, because I'm so excited because our guest is here today. All right, so let's get you guys started with a couple of commercials. We could throw to a couple of things, but let's get you started. You know what? Let's start off with history. Today is January 14th, and a lot of stuff happened on this day, and here to tell you more about it is our good friends over at the Associated Press with our regular feature called Today in History.
January 14th, 1963. George Wallace is sworn in as Alabama's new governor and vows segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. Months later, Wallace stands in the schoolhouse door at the University of Alabama, trying to block black students from enrolling there.
I deem it to be my solemn obligation and duty to stand before you, representing the rights and sovereignty of this state and its people.
1784. The United States ratifies a peace treaty with Britain, formally ending the American Revolution. 1943. During World War II, President Franklin D. Roosevelt and British Prime Minister Winston Churchill meet in Casablanca, Morocco. The Allied leaders pledged to continue the war until the unconditional surrender of the Axis powers. 1954. Baseball great Joe DiMaggio and actress Marilyn Monroe get married in San Francisco. Their marriage lasts less than a year. And 1952. The Today Show debuts on NBC with Dave Garroway as the original host of what remains a morning TV powerhouse. Today in history, January 14th. Ross Simpson, The Associated Press.
used to think everything was as easy as 1, 2, 3, but now it's as easy as 4, 5, 6. That's because Paradise Dental has the CNMI's most affordable dental coverage starting at just $4 per paycheck. You heard that right. Just $4 per paycheck for singles, $5 per paycheck for couples, and just $6 per paycheck for family coverage. That'll include Tito, Jermaine, Janet, and LaToya too. Jamone! At Paradise Dental, I love the way they make me feel. So come on down to Paradise Dental today and start smiling back at the man in the mirror, or give them a call at 670-235-4040. That's 235-4040. Nobody can beat it.
All right, welcome back, Marianas. It is 7:35 a.m. here on Tuesday, January 14th, and you're looking live down at the traffic over here on Beach Road in Oleai. It has looked worse before. Don't worry, it's not that bad right now, but if you're trying to get to work, this is not the fastest time to get there. You don't believe me? We'll take a look. We already went down and gave you a little bit of look earlier at what traffic looks like, and this is it right now. It is riddled with yellows and reds all over the place, and expect some of that if you're getting to work now at 7:30 a.m. Over at the old AK intersection, in just about every direction, it is slow, especially if you are heading toward Beach Road. And again, we just showed you what the live look like is over there on Beach Road in Oleai, and that's what those colors represent. When the traffic gets backed up like that, it's gonna look well, yes, like that. So it's going to be slow just about everywhere you go this morning. And let's see if we can't show you a little bit more around before we get going. Again, traffic is slow over there by IT&E. Connections that matter, well, that's an intersection that matters, and it's a little slow for the folks making their way down Middle Road. And when they get to the CMG, they're going to have to wait. And look how slow it is all the way back to the I Love Saipan store and creeping over to Saipan Vegas. McDonald's area is not too bad, but everything after Quartermaster Road is a little bit slow as well. That's just what you're getting at this morning. And over there, I'm just going to call it the Sodalore Laundry. Yeah, that by JG Sablon Ice and Water. It is slow at that intersection as well. Just be patient. You're not going to get anywhere fast. Plus, it's still a little wet from the isolated showers that we got overnight. Anyway, it's slow wherever you go, and you really want to know where it's slow? Ugh, God. Chalumpiao, we actually love you guys, but I just don't want to drive down there this morning, and neither do you. But apparently everyone seems to want to go to Hopwood today. Hopwood must be having a sale, get one book, get one free, because everybody's on their way down there. The road construction's not good over there by Mobile. Might be a good time for you to just throw your hands up and get some gas. You're not going to be driving anywhere. Look how slow it is all the way down Beach Road between the construction and the regular traffic getting folks to school and trying to get back and forth. It's just miserable down there. Hey, sorry guys. I know that's not great news, but that's just what it is. All right, well, the good news is that we're here and we don't have to worry about getting anywhere this morning because we are settled in and we've got our guest that we're so excited to have with us in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Destiny Issa. Yay.
My name is Destiny Issa, and I am the proud owner of Mungy Things.
Now, you're the owner of this cool company, and I don't know how my wife found you, but I know that I saw you. I saw the product that you made, and it was like the coolest thing. I had no idea that there were things like that for like birthdays and all that stuff. But let's start from scratch. Why don't we tell everybody a little bit about you and who you are and all that stuff?
Okay, so a little bit about me. I am a 16-year-old sophomore over at Marianas High School. Like I said, I am the owner of Mungy Things. And yeah, that basically sums it up.
All right, so you're 16, you're born and raised. Who are your folks?
My parents are Lucille de Leon Guerrero and Isaac Ugun.
All right, and they've got to be pretty proud about this stuff that you're doing.
Yes, they are. I am a proud daughter.
All right, so tell us a little bit what Mungy Things. What is it?
So basically, my business focuses on chocolates. Everything is dealt with chocolate. We go from breakable hearts to chocolate-covered strawberries and too many different things. We're found on Instagram and currently only on Instagram. We haven't really branched out on other socials, but yeah, it basically focuses on chocolate and yeah.
That's awesome. Well, now you've got some really cool things that we've seen it because you've been showing them off and everything. So let's, you sent it to us, so
Yes,
let's show it off to everybody. So what kind of chocolate is it?
Honestly, it focuses on basically just white chocolates, milk chocolates, anything anybody wants, honestly, whoever orders. Some will go for dark chocolates, milk chocolates, white chocolates, like said. And yeah, but I mostly use white chocolates just because, you know, you can add a little color to it, designs, and whatsoever.
All right, so we are going to pull this up here. Let me pull up the old share screen. I want to make sure people can see this. what you've done. Oh, here. And you know what? While I'm doing that, I've got to put your camera in there too, because I haven't done this one yet. This is a new one for me, because I've got it, but I got to get you on the screen too. So hold on, where's the video capture device? I got it right here. Boom. All right. So now you're going to be telling us all about what we got going on here. So let's switch this over. Okay, so this is one of the things that you made?
Yes, this is. A special thanks to Sammy for taking these photos and for collaborating with me. So this basically was our Valentine's special last year. I got a lot of orders for these just because Hugwaizaho and tomorrow means I love you, and it's in the love season. So yes.
Hashtag love season.
Hashtag love season.
All right, and so so you got even a model to be in there doing this stuff for you. So that's pretty cool. All right, so now what are we looking at though? What is that? I mean, that's like at a heart. It says Hugwaizaho, and but what is going on over there?
So basically, it's a geometric chocolate covered. A chocolate heart, basically.
Okay.
So what it is it's chocolate molded, and then there's like sayings on it, and it also comes with a mallet. So basically, what the mallet does is you smash it, and once you smash it, there's gonna be a bunch of variety of chocolates and even more candies inside.
No way. So all right. So let's take a look at some of the other ones that you sent. This is the one that you made for our daughter.
Yes, I did.
This was so cool. And so what are all these other things all around it?
So you can see here the chocolate heart, the breakable, and then surrounding it is chocolate covered Oreos. Although the images aren't edible, the rest of it is. There's marshmallows surrounding it, there's chocolate covered Oreos, like I said, and basically chocolate covered Oreos are just chocolate covered Oreos. Chocolate
covered Oreos sounds like a winner to me. I'm a big fan already. And I love it. So you take that mallet and you've got to break this.
Yes.
So it's not like you take it with a knife and you cut into it. It's not like a cake.
It's not a cake. It's chocolate. You're supposed to smash it. You're supposed to have fun with it. And I guess that's what makes people continue purchasing it, because it's fun. It's a unique way to celebrate your birthday or any special occasion.
All right, here's another one. Oh, I love it.
Yes.
I love you. And so these are all chocolate covered Oreos
yes,
too?
Those are.
Man, that could be a business on its own. Those look great. And the amount, and you can't just buy these at the store. Like, you had to come up with this, and and like even the color swirls that you have in there. Like, how do you do all that stuff?
Honestly, it's all just based on my creativity. Like, sometimes customers would be like, oh, I'm not sure what to order. And I'll be like, just give me some colors and I'll come up with something for you. But the marbled chocolate Oreos were a big hit. Even with like chocolate covered strawberries that are marbled, that's a big hit because it's really aesthetic in a way. So I guess that's what makes customers love it.
Yeah, Isabella's like, ooh, cool looking cake. But again, it's not a cake. There's something in there.
It's not a cake. So there's no cake included. There's no cake inside. There's no cake on the outside. It's just chocolate.
So it's like, to give you guys an idea, so it looks like it's a cake, and that's where this thing is awesome, where it's not, you take that little mallet that's in the top of the screen, look at me pointing at you, but like at the top of the screen, hold on, let me pull this down a little bit. So you can see, that's it, like the mallet right over here. You take that little hammer and you have to break that shell, and inside it is all these other goodies you were talking about.
Yes. So, although there is like breakable hearts, there's also breakable numbers, breakable roses. Yes, there's a lot. There's a variety. But our most popular is the breakable heart, just because it's a sign of I love you, and in a way.
Yeah, well, and do you have to mold all those letters too? Because I see all the letters and the numbers and everything.
Yes. So basically, everything that's going on is molded except for the strawberries. I have to coat them. Is it manually? Do I say manually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say manually, I guess, if you want.
Yeah. So basically, all the designs. Some you can freestyle, but freestyling is hard, like, but molding makes it so much easier, especially with the letters, the numbers, the butterflies, the flowers, and it can go on and on.
Well, I'm looking at like our comments. You know, people are saying they think it looks great and everything. One says it's
Thank
more of a
you.
fine dining dessert too.
Yes, it is. I guess a lot of, like I said before, a lot of people like it because it's very unique from a cake, especially like this one Mr. Brad is showing right now. This was a big hit, I think 2 years ago, you know, with the hats and everything, and teenagers, you know, expressing their love language and everything. The chocolate covered strawberries just makes it all perfect.
I can't believe that you're doing this and you're in high school.
Yep. I started all in middle school.
What?
Yeah.
So where did the idea of this come from?
Okay, so basically, you know, this all started coming together during quarantine. I guess it's just, you know, feeling bored at home and not having anything to do. So basically, there was this business called Colorful Cakes. You guys may know her as the person who first started this and who brought it into Island.
Dre Ceratops. Oh my God, that's so great.
Yes. So I ordered one breakable heart for my parents. And I guess it just bloomed from there. I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do, but I guess having... knowing that I have control of my own future really pushed me to continue what I do.
Oh, man. And so Tobot, by the way, he's a big LA Dodgers fan, and that was one of the caps that you had in there. So look at this. So, I mean, I know it's not dirt. So what did you do? Was this crumbled up cookies that you used for all this?
Yes, it is crumbled up. It's Oreos, actually, you know, like not the cream, but like, you know, the cookie itself. So basically with this whole thing, my customer did not have any like idea of what to do, but she said her son's theme is dinosaurs. So I said, okay, I can do it. The strawberries basically sums up the dinosaur eggs in a way, and then the heart itself is basically dino themed, if you can't tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And man, and so that is a big mold for that number, right? It's not like just the little letters and stuff like that. So I know you have the big heart. So you have a lot of these molds that you could do a lot of different things with.
Yes, I do. But most of the time, the molds, you know, the prices aren't all the same. So the prices varies depending on what you wanted to order. So, like the number mold, right? It takes up so much chocolate. And that's why the price is pretty high. Yeah.
Well, that's great. I don't know what the prices are yet. No, you don't have to tell us. But you're paying for something like this. I mean, you're looking for a special treat when you do stuff like this. So you're doing, I see a lot of the strawberries. And strawberries are like $1 million in Saipan.
It is.
So
it's so expensive.
Crazy. What else? Let's hold on. Well, there's one more after this too. Look at these. So what are these? Are these like popsicles or something, or frozen yogurt or something?
So these are basically cakesicles.
Oh.
Yes. So there is cake inside of it. You know, it's shaped like a popsicle, but it's actually a cakesicle, hence the name. So basically, it's cake shaped in a popsicle mold and then covered around with chocolate.
Are all those things edible right there?
Yes, all of them, except for the popsicle stick.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
yes.
you. I was not going to try to eat the popsicle stick. Okay, I'm working on my weight, Destiny. Don't shame me. No, but so even like those fancy little shiny gold looking things, those are all edible?
Yes. So basically what you see here is, you know, the white itself, the base, and then drizzled with white chocolate as well. And then like a pink flower, and it is also edible. And then on the other one, there's a cross, and then it's shaped like a rosary, basically. Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, the amount of planning that you have to do, like you can't just wake up like, oh, last minute, no. This is like overnight stuff at least, right?
Yes.
And so what is this? This is more of these things. Oh, these are just lovely.
Yeah.
Now, how about even the boxes? Like, I love the boxes. These aren't things you just buy off the shelf here, right? I mean, you have to...
You gotta order them and everything, and especially with being on Saipan, you know, sometimes your shipment gets delayed or everything, but I'm so thankful that my customers are very understanding, And yes, thank you, everybody.
All right, so now you've been doing this. You started this in middle school?
Yes, I did. So basically, middle school, quarantine time. I believe I was about 12. 12 when I first started coming together. It all started when I saw this thrift shop. I'm not sure what it's called now, but I saw this thrift shop and they were selling, the breakable molds. And I really, really wanted to get it, but I ended up ordering it off of Amazon. And first it started as a hobby. My Nina was my first customer, so thank you, Nina. But, I started giving them to family, and it just started from there. Like, it really just helped me with my creativity.
Well, yeah. So now, how you've got to have because it's you doing it, and you're doing it out of the house. So I can't imagine your parents have got to be like, we're running out of room in the fridge.
Yep.
Because of all the stuff that you're doing. Do you have to get a separate refrigerator or a freezer?
Yes, we do have.
Wow.
But the boxes are huge itself, so Yeah,
that's great. Well, oh my gosh. So now, how do people find you? What's a good way for people to contact you if they want to get stuff made?
So far, we only have an Instagram account. You can find us at mungixthing670. We do have an order form linked on our bio. You can go ahead and press there and, fill it out and everything, and I'll get a hold of it. And then you can also place your orders through DMs.
So slide into the DMs.
Slide into the DMs.
Okay, nice. All right, so, let's see if I can find it really quick. There we are. Mungie X Things 670, right?
There you
All right,
go.
so let's show you guys over here. This is where they are on Instagram, if you haven't found it already. And you can see even more stuff than what we showed you. Oh my God, that's great. And there's a joke, there's got to be an answer down in this one. It says, what's funnier than 24? Oh man, these are great. Look at all of these things that you've made for folks. And with each one of these, I know they're creative and they look great and all that, but for each one of these, you made somebody's day. You made someone feel pretty special because of what you made.
Thank you. And that's what continues to push me and motivates me to continue doing what I do.
Wow, look at all of these. All right, so if you are interested, how long ago is it? How many do you have now? 1,122 followers. Oh, wait. We're 1123. All right, so how are we not following you already? But we are now. At least we fixed it. And, man, that's great. I'm a big kid now. Oh, man, and breaking those open, I know that when my daughter broke this open, where is it? Leilani's was up here. For her 12th birthday, we had a bunch of cool stuff inside. Now, the stuff that's inside, is that stuff, do people give you stuff too? Can you mold it around stuff, or how does that work?
So yes, some people, but it already comes with, a variety of treats itself. Mm-hmm. So when people do, ask if they can put in another thing or a specific kind of chocolate, I go ahead and do it just because it just brings joy to my heart in a way.
Has anyone done that for an engagement ring or anything yet?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's totally going to do that. Somebody's totally going to do that.
Valentine's, guys, Valentine's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Isabella said, can you leave her at here? So it's at Mungie X Thing 670. Hold on. Let me try it where I'm not highlighting all of that stuff. There we go. Right? Yes, I can. So over there at Yahoo, at the YouTube guys, I just popped that in there for you. There you go. That's it. That's it on Instagram.
Can I give a shout out?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I wanted to shout out all of my supporters and my family and my friends. Thank you guys for always supporting me in everything and anything, and especially my mom. Thank you for being my rock. Thank you for everything you've done for me and the family. And to my stepdad as well. Thank you for always buying me strawberries in case of an emergency. But also to my mom. My mom is a really big help in my business. It is a one-person business as I am the only one doing it, but my mom always comes in clutch. If I'm not home and a customer wants to pick up an order, she's always the first one. Especially my sisters as well. You know, they're the biggest taste testers ever.
Well, if you need taste testers, you know, I can help. For sure.
Of course, of course.
I am ready. I'm ready to go. Tobot asked when what your link is. His daughter's birthday's coming up, so we put the link for the Instagram over there in the Facebook comments on the NMI News Service page. So if you're watching us on any of the channels, whether you're watching a Good Morning Marianas or over there at Island Image of Motion, you can just check us out right here at the NMI News Service Facebook page. We'll even put it, I know we put the @ over there on the YouTube, but we'll just put the link over there in YouTube as well. So we just did that. So this is really cool. So do you have any big projects that you know that are coming up? Any big events?
Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. I still want to really branch out with my business. But, you know, it's hard juggling school and, you know, the business itself. I guess that's why I've been on and off, like temporary closed. Because juggling your time with school and just orders in general, it is hard, don't get me wrong. But I still push through and manage to overcome those battles.
Have you got to meet any of, like, the pastry chefs or any of the folks here?
I haven't yet, but I hope.
Would you like to?
Oh my gosh.
I'm really good friends with the pastry chef. He's from Ireland, but he's at Crown Plaza.
Wow.
And I bet he would love this. And he's been here for a couple years now. And he loves doing all kinds of stuff. He also teaches at NM Tech.
Wow.
And he's a soccer player. He's a runner. He does all these cool things.
That's great. That's great. I would love to.
Okay. Great. I'm also friends with the pastry chef over at Dusatani in Guam. So I could put you together with them, and I wouldn't be surprised if they reached out to you for some kind of something.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
I'm down.
Great. Yeah, we were able to meet them. We've had them both on the show, and they're both really great people. You'll love them.
Yes.
So, all right. I get to put cool people together. I'm excited about that. All right, so we're creeping up on 8 o'clock, and when we hit there, we're going to give the updates on the Associated Press, our regular show stuff. But you gave some shouts out. When you first thought of the idea to do it, who was the biggest supporter for you? Like, who helped you really get this stuff started?
My mom. Like I said before, she is my rock. Little story time. When I first opened my business, you know, I opened around January in 2022, I believe. Mm-hmm. And when it came around Valentine's, I got a big order of treats and everything. And I didn't finish my orders until around 4. But, you know, my mom managed to stay up with me. And, you know, she's not one to stay up and everything. She stayed up with me and kept me company.
Wow. That's great.
Yes.
Now, how about all these fancy designs and stuff like that? Not just the stuff that you make, because these are all great designs. This one looks like baseball, right? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Super cool. And you were able to do that with the heart shape, too. I love it.
Thank you.
So not only do you do these things, but like all the artwork for your channel itself, like your Instagram page.
Yes.
So do you do all that?
No, I don't actually. Like I said before, I am a quote unquote one-person business. Mm-hmm. But behind the scenes, there's so much people that helps me. My sister Leisha, you guys may know her as NMI Artistry and Designs.
Oh yeah.
She actually designed my logo.
Your whole family is creative.
Yes, they are.
Oh my gosh.
As well as my cousin Titi, or Taylor. Shout out to you too, T. She helps me manage everything basically, from my posts to my captions to my highlight covers and everything and anything, honestly. Not just them, but also, you know, my god sisters, my whole family always gives me ideas or, you know, tips on how to do things, and I'm just really, really thankful for all of them.
Well, I'm thankful for you for making such great things. You gave us a great birthday party with this kind of stuff. Jim Rayfan, he just ran for U.S. Congress. He's like so creative and inspiring.
Wow. Thank you.
Tobat Castro says, best of luck to your future work.
Thank you so much.
Other folks on Sounds Delicious, that's my favorite. That's Vincent Raymond going in there. Isabella is saying that she thinks it's all great as well. You're making all kinds of fans on here, and hopefully they'll be out there. Hey, guys, if you're out there watching and you're seeing this, at the very least, you got to go follow her on Instagram so you can see this stuff. Again, it's Mangi X Things 670, and things with a Z, like Jay-Z. Go out there. But the link is there in our comments, and it says this. What's this Google Docs? Is that's the order?
Yes, that's the order form.
Wow, you can order right there.
Yes, you can.
Super easy to do.
Yes.
All right. You at least got one new follow aside from me. Tobat just did that for you too. Anyway, thanks so much. Wow, we were going to get started at 8, but you got here early. This is another good thing. You're not just great at making stuff and dependable at doing that. You're also early on time. So this way I can get you out to school on time, too, because all this stuff, you still got to go to school, and school starts at 9 o'clock.
Yep, it does. I also do want to give a huge thank you to Mr. Brad for this amazing opportunity. Although it is my first time, thank you for making it so easy. Not technically so easy, but thank you for making me feel welcomed.
No, look, you do really cool stuff.
Thank you.
And it's great that I get to showcase somebody from here who's doing really cool stuff.
Yes.
So just keep doing it.
Thank you.
So you got my contact info now.
Yes.
You're no longer a rookie. You're going to be a show pro, right?
Yes,
every time.
Yes. I'm famous.
Yes. And so when you've got other stuff going on or things that you're proud of, if you've got new offers that you're going to do, just send me a message and I'll post it out to our followers and all that other stuff.
Yes. Thank you so much, and I will do those.
All right. Hey, congratulations. This is such a cool thing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your love and support. Everybody here showing, seeing all this love and comments with everything. It does. This is what keeps me going. It keeps me motivated, and yes, thank you.
Gloria Hunter, she says, beautiful work. Fabian Indalacio, he's like, hey, thank you for sharing this. And you guys, again, if you're interested in getting any of these products, these awesome things, you can go and find her on Instagram, and it's called Mangi X Things 670 on Instagram. But we've got the links for it in our comment section for the show today. We put it on the YouTube channel, and we also put it here on the NMI News Service comment section. So now this young lady needs to go to school. She needs to. She's making some money now, maybe, but she wants to do a whole lot with her life. She's going to have to run this business and hire people, do taxes, and all that other stuff. So we got to get you ready to go. Thanks so much for taking the time to come in here this morning.
Thank you for having me, and thank you again, everybody.
All right, so we're going to call that one for right now. We're going to say thanks to Destiny for being on the show this morning. Yay! And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you the, in fact, you know what I could do? Instead of going too far, let me just refresh it because it should be ready now. And it is the latest from the Associated Press. So while we say goodbye to Destiny, I'm going to get you guys the Associated Press update. So thanks so much. We're not going anywhere. Stick around, and here's your AP update.
AP News, I'm Mike Hempen. At least 24 people have died in the Los Angeles area wildfires.
A growing number of firefighters, including from out of state and out of the country, as well as equipment like planes and water trucks, are in the Los Angeles area as more winds threaten new wildfires. LA County Fire Chief Anthony Maroney.
We're very well prepared for the next event, but that's never going to be, we're never sure that we're going to be able to catch the next fire and keep it small. They said 70-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to be very difficult to contain that fire.
He warns, be prepared for evacuations. This comes as many residents try to get back to check their homes and pets following their first evacuations last Tuesday.
We want to get you in there.
LA County Sheriff Robert Luna says for many, it'll have to wait.
The Altadena area, we are in the third day of grid searching. It is a very grim task.
He says remains have been found. He also says arrests have been made. I'm Julie Walker.
A federal judge says the Justice Department can release Special Counsel Jack Smith's investigative report on President-elect Trump's 2020 election interference case. The ruling from the U.S. District Judge, who was appointed to the bench by Trump, is the latest in the back and forth in a court dispute over the report. President Biden says he's leaving President-elect Trump with a strong hand to play.
Right now, in my view, thanks to our administration, the United States is winning the worldwide competition. Compared to 4 years ago, America is stronger. Our alliances are stronger. Our adversaries and competitors are weaker. We have not gone to war to make these things happen.
Biden will leave office at a turbulent moment for the globe, with a series of conflicts raging. This is AP News. The IRS is distributing about $2.4 billion to taxpayers who didn't receive their COVID stimulus payments.
By the end of January, approximately 1 million taxpayers will receive special COVID stimulus payments of up to $1,400 from the IRS. The agency says it's distributing those payments to taxpayers who failed to claim a recovery rebate credit on their 2021 tax returns. After reviewing its internal data, the IRS found that many eligible taxpayers who filed a 2021 tax return did not claim the recovery rebate credit. The payments will go out automatically this month and should arrive by direct deposit or check by late January. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
And country music star Carrie Underwood will perform America the Beautiful at Donald Trump's inauguration next Monday. I'm Mike Hempen, AP News.
It's a great day to be up 3-0. I'll tell you that. It probably is not great to be down 3-0.
I'm Brad Rosala, and I'm the owner for Commonwealth Communications.
And I am Jojo Alipuzu. I am the owner of Island Image and Motion.
And this is our joint venture, Sideline Studios. This whole concept that we have of doing all these live stream productions and covering news and doing live shows and everything, it wouldn't happen if we didn't have a great partner like IT&E, someone who can handle the bandwidth and provide it and then get us what we need when we need it, and then be a real partner for us for all the events, whether we're doing live sporting events, broadcasts. All of these things happen because of our partnership with IT&E.
With IT&E providing us with the fiber and point-to-point and even the MBRs, is just a great piece of equipment to use when we're broadcasting our sports, our events, our performances, especially our cultural performances. And it's just great to share our culture here in the Marianas with the world. And IT&E has been there from the get-go.
The thing I like best about working with IT&E is how willing they are to come out and find a solution. Even for Liberation Day, we thought we had a pretty good solution for our live stream setup, and it turns out that we did not have the right setup that we thought we needed. That day, just before the parade, reached out to Paul and said, here's our situation. What do you think? He's like, we're gonna figure this out. While he's sitting there barbecuing, getting ready for the parade to start, he starts burning up the phone lines, calling everybody in IT&E, what can we do, what's the right solution? They left their families to do this stuff and get us the equipment that we needed to broadcast live. That's over and above. That's on a holiday. That's when he was out there spending time with his family.
That's why IT&E is just the best, just really in touch with the people and the community.
I recommend IT&E to everybody. Tell them the options are there, and you can choose whoever you want and then figure out what you think is the best. But when you're ready, when you're tired of having your calls disconnected or not having service, then you reach out to the guys from IT&E.
All right, we are back again. It is 8:10 in the morning, and we are looking live again at some slow traffic. Give you a little bit of an update here while you're trying to make your drive to work. Oh, and we've got all those other great cameras on there still. I got to take off at least one of those things. Sorry, guys. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Got it. All right. Hey, the traffic outside is not looking too great. It's slow outside, and it is slow on the camera as well. You can see it is all clogged up by the old AK intersection. Whether you're in any direction, it's slow. That's it. No, I dialed back what I was going to say. That shows great restraint and maturity. Thank you. Good job, Brad. All right, anyway, it is slow over there by the old AK intersection in every direction, and it stretches all the way back to the courthouse. That's right. So you guys are not going to be moving fast. Don't get upset. Don't get upset with the person in front of you. Just know that that's what's going on this morning. At least you're not in Chalumpiao, which I'll tell you what, though, Chalumpiao looks so much better now because it was just beat red all the way in every direction. So it's a little bit faster now. I think all those cars were trying to get to Chalumpiao. That's what ended up happening. Over there at Guangdong intersection, it's looking a little bit slow, but not too bad. Traffic doing just fine. Food stamps looking okay. The Shell Dandan intersection not looking that bad. Just some folks waiting for cars to get through, but it's I've seen way worse. That's still pretty good. It is a little bit slow over there by the NMC intersection on Chalon Monsignor Guerrero, and that's all because you're restricted down to one lane for folks who are trying to go west. That means going down the hill. They're almost done with that water line replacement project right across the street. So good news. They're almost done. All of the eastbound traffic is wide open, but for some reason it's slow right now. It's probably all those people are trying to turn into all the stores, whether it's Twins or Joten Dandan, but that's it. Yeah, Luisa says Chalumpiao is looking a little bit better right now, and that's a good thing because, man, it's been so bad for so long over there. All right, folks, let's start getting into some of the stuff that's happening here. We did mention that we've got the new Board of Education, and boy, that's going to be a topic we're going to talk about there too in a second. But we got the new Board of Education that's in, and it's the newest members that we're looking at with Kodep Ogumoro, Maisie B. Tenorio, who's not new, but she's just been sworn in, and Antonio Barcinas. And that's going to be interesting to see how all that works out because the guy who's got one day on the job is our new Board of Education chair. Yeah, Kodep, we had him on the show. We're excited that he's joining, and then he gets nominated and gets voted in as the new chairman of the Board of Education. So he's going to have his work cut out for him, for sure. I know he's got great support because he's got a great team. And he's got good folks at PSS working hard. So they start today. They are going around, and they are going to be visiting all the schools today and tomorrow to introduce themselves and to make those first connections. And IT&E will tell you, connections matter. So that's what they're going to do. And they're going to start right from the beginning, and that's it. I mean, you got a guy who's got a wealth of experience, a wealth of talent, and he's going to be just crushing it. So good luck, Kodep, and the Board of Education. Look forward to see what you guys can do for the next couple of years. Hopefully, you're going to help steer us through some rough times because money-wise, it's going to be tough for PSS next year. We've heard it. We've heard it directly from the PSS. Next year is going to be a rough one, money-wise. How are they going to do it? We're going to find out. All right. How about when it comes to the House of Representatives and the Senate? Well, great question, Brad. Oh, you're welcome. All right, so we've got all the new folks got their inaugurations yesterday. That was the thing yesterday. What's up with all this yawning? All right, let me take a sip of this. Maybe I'm talking too fast. Maybe? Is that possible? Probably. All right, there we go. Yesterday, so it's an impossible mission to effectively cover the inauguration for the House and the Senate when they overlap like that, except for the way we did it yesterday. We brought you the inaugurations for both the House and the Senate here by utilizing live streams for both, and we were able to effectively get both. Otherwise, it would have just been an either, and we get all that stuff to you late. So we had both, and we kept you tied in with everything. But starting with the House of Representatives, because we've got more information for that. So much for that sip. Oh, did not work. I went to bed early. I woke up early. What's going on? All right, so here's the good news. The House of Representatives, when they're all sworn in, here's who we got leading the way for the House Speaker. Again, it's going to be Edmund Villagomez. For Vice Speaker, it's sophomore Diego Camacho. And the floor leader, sophomore Marissa Flores. So they are moving their way up. That's all that independent crowd. I would say Indems, right? That whole coalition that they formed. We'll wait and see how that turns out this year. Because if the governor is switching over, is everybody else going to follow suit? If not, who changes, right? And as we heard from in that letter from Ray Tebuteb, you know, if they don't think that they should be keeping members of a different party employed, would they keep them in leadership position? Or are they going to face some kind of pressure externally for that? Gosh, I hope not. All right, so anyway, let's go back to it. So the House Speaker named all of the chairmen of all the different committees that he's got, and there is another one. That's interesting because they split the Commerce and Tourism Committee that used to be one. Now it's two committees. So here we go. The House Ways and Means Committee Chair is going to be J.P. Sablan from Precinct 2. The JGO Committee is going to be Joel Camacho from Precinct 4. The Chairman for Public Utilities and Telecommunications from Precinct 1, Vincent Aldon. The Chairman for Education is going to be from Precinct 1, Roma Beneventi. For the House Committee on Natural Resources is going to be Angelo Kamatsu from Precinct 5. The House Commission on Cannabis Committee on Cannabis is going to be chaired by Precinct 2 Rep Precinct 3 Danita Yanktamai. The House Health and Welfare Committee, that will be Precinct 4 Malcolm Omar. The House Committee on Commerce will be chaired by Precinct 5's TJ Manglonia. So each Precinct 5 rep, there's only two of them, they each chair a committee. Pretty cool. For tourism, that's going to be Julie Ogo from Rhoda. For the Federal and Foreign Affairs Committee, that's going to be chaired by BJ Attow, Precinct 3. And for the House Committee on Gaming, that will be chaired by Ralph Umel, Precinct 3. There you go. On the House-Senate side, on the Senate side, you've got your Senate President, Dennis Mendiola from Rhoda, your Vice President, Carl King Neighbors from Tinian, and your floor leader, Donald Manglonia from Rhoda. And you also have your Legislative Secretary, Senator Frank Cruz from Tinian. So it's a Tinian and Rhoda leadership going on in the Senate. Big turnaround from what they had last year. Now, the committees for the Senate were not announced, but Senate President Mendiola said that he's going to send out a memo that puts everybody in there. So I guess maybe they hadn't been determined yet by that point. And so he's going to go through all the folks that he wants to chair those things, and then folks who express the interest. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. There's more yawning going on here than at the Monamco Center. I swear to God. All right. So what else is going on? Well, we're going to tell you all about it. So that's what's happening, though, at the very least on Capitol Hill with all the folks in the new committees and everything. And it was a big deal. Everybody was up there. There was plenty of food up there, too. And there was, the governor was there, lieutenant governor was there, dignitaries from Guam were there, the lieutenant general who's the deputy commander for the Pacific Air Forces, Laura Lenderman, she was there. So everybody was up there in Capitol Hill to meet and press the flesh, well, except for us. We weren't there because the only way that we were going to be able to give you both is by doing it that way. And yeah, could we have done it there and then run from side to side? Yeah, but the way we did it, I know we gave you better coverage than if we were there on the ground. Could we have, if I had someone else doing it, could I have had someone there doing the like interviews on top of it? Yeah, would that have been great? Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yes, I would have totally loved doing that. And maybe that's something I could do another time, but trying to effectively do it from here and do both wasn't going to swing it. But could have, 100%. If I had someone there, I could have had someone and spliced in those interviews with all those folks. So that's something to do for next time. And, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we can. So that's what's going on with us for the House and for the Senate. Really exciting stuff. Oh, speaking of exciting stuff, we have a meeting at 9:30. We're going to be... I was telling you about like some international opportunities that I'm really excited about. This one is with the American Red Cross. We're reaching out to them in a capacity as a conduit for information for disaster relief for whatever they need. Whether it's the wildfires that tearing through California. We originally started this process in the wake of all that flooding that was happening on the East Coast. And we thought we might be able to get deployed to go out there and help out with that. I mean, this is months ago, right? And so, but it's such a slow process with everything that's going on with the American Red Cross that there's only so much they could do, but there's like a background check that gets involved and all that. So apparently I'm through all those hurdles and got through all that stuff so that in the event that something happens somewhere, the Red Cross can send me out to one of those places and I can help with, being that conduit of information to help folks in disaster areas get through whatever that disaster is. And I'm not in the capacity of like what I'm doing now, not necessarily like doing the show, but helping with public information, press releases, you name it, doing interviews and putting out info, because I think that's where I'm most effective. Can I fill sandbags? Sure. Can I help issue out relief packages? Sure. But this is what I think that I can do the best, and that I can do this to help effectively. And the first time I experienced it was during Solar, and then again in a different capacity after YouTube. But like really getting the information out there and knowing that playbook and knowing how to get that stuff over and over and over, and how to build trust with the audience so that they know that you're out there giving them the information that they need, but you're giving them the information that you can, and there has to be some trust in there. So anyway, that's the meeting that I got in about an hour with the folks out of Hawaii, and to see how they can deploy me when they need it. And I'm excited about it. It's funny, I didn't even know that was something that existed. John Hirsch reached out to me toward the end of last year saying, hey, have you ever considered doing something like that? I'm like, holy cow, no. It's not like, and it wasn't that kind of a reaction as like, I wouldn't even consider it. No, like I didn't even think about it. It didn't even think of something that it would never have dawned on me to do it like through like the American Red Cross. No. I thought about doing it professionally, like with FEMA or something, but I love the idea of doing it for the Red Cross. And again, it's a limited engagement too, because it's only how much time can you give. And it's not like they're going to be putting you up at the Ritz. You might be sleeping on a cot and showering with a bucket while you're doing that kind of stuff in some of those disaster areas where they wouldn't have services, but you might be able to do that. And one of the reasons why I love the idea of doing that is because then I would be bringing so much equipment with me, not everything, but, I'd have to bring cameras and computers and stuff like that. So I could still give you guys updates on what's happening where I am as something
is happening that's like at that kind of a situation, something crazy like that in the world. And I can still follow up on what's happening here and still be in contact with everybody here. So it wouldn't, I don't think, hurt me professionally. Would I miss a couple things here? Yeah, guaranteed. There's no way I wouldn't be able to miss something like that. But I think that's it. I think that's the way to go. And I'm excited about it to see, what kind of opportunities are there? Where can we help folks when there is a disaster? And could they roll us in to help out with that stuff? I think that's pretty cool. So thanks to John Hirsch for even giving us the opportunity, or the idea of it, and then the folks like JD Tenorio for pushing that stuff along through the chain. And as we got through finally that lengthy background check process, we're good to go. And part of that process is just because they're just backed up with all the disasters going on. Yeah, it's wild. So, hey, thanks, Tobot. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do all that. It was great. Really enjoyed it. All right, so let's get to some of the other stuff here. There's a big grant for the Pacific Center for Island Security. It's a think tank, funded by the Carnegie Corporation. This is really interesting. That's something I hear about, all those things that they fund through on NPR, the National Public Radio. Well, they do all kinds of stuff where they fund a lot of things. It says the Carnegie, I always thought it was Carnegie, but then the way they pronounce it on NPR is like the Carnegie. Carnegie Corporation of New York is a philanthropic fund established by Andrew Carnegie in 1911 to support education programs across the United States and later the world. So this program that they've got, I think is going to be pretty interesting. Let's see if there's a name for this program that they've got. But this grant that they've got, it's like $445,000. Why wouldn't you just call it 450? Anyway, it aims to examine the implications of the greater power competition between the United States and the People's Republic of China, and what it means for the Pacific Islands of Micronesia. So that's interesting. I've heard Underwood say a few things that I definitely didn't agree with, and so I'm curious to find out what his take would be on this and where his I don't want to say what his motivations are for something like this. He said, who's going to stand up and write a thought paper that says they're just criminals and they're not spies? If I wrote that, people will just say, oh, well, he's writing that because he's pro-China. No, I'm not pro-China. I'm pro-truth. That's how this competition has been turned on its ear for us in the islands. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, yeah, man, a lot of this has to do with the illegal immigration from the Chinese trying to get from the CNI to Guam. And that's part of that, for sure. And that's, that's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm reading about this here, and I would really like to hear from him directly. He used to be Guam's delegate to Congress. And then I remember he was the president over there at UOG. They're not anti-military or pro-military, but rather focused on being pro-island. And that's how looking at how military activities and the great power dynamics are impacting lives. I don't know. When I hear him talk, I've always heard him, and it sounded like he was like just an anti-military guy. And whether or not that's fair, I don't know. But that's how it sounded to me. That's how it came across. And I get it, and that's pro-island. That's how where he's from, Guam. I mean, you want to be pro where you're from, no matter what. But that's it. So I get it. I've heard him talk before, and that was the take I got on a lot of that stuff. That's how I felt when I heard about it. So anyway, one of the other things that we talked about. We put it out anyway. Was that the Micronesia Air Cargo got their qualifying certificate approved? It was something that initially made its way through CETA,
And then that was great. But then it needed to get through the AG's office, and it did. And so it got all signed. So hold on one second. I got the comment from there, and we posted it yesterday. Boom, boom, boom. And this was we posted this yesterday. It said, the recent issuance of the qualifying certificate for Micronesia Air Connection Services marks an important milestone for transportation in the CNMI. As 30-year residents of these islands, our family and team understand the vital importance of reliable air service to our community's prosperity. Micronesian Air Connection Services, under Sabo Aerospace, plans to commence its initial scheduled service within the next 30 to 60 days, so within the next month to 2 months, adding new transportation options for our island residents. Increased competition and choice in air transportation will create positive opportunities throughout our community. We look forward to working alongside other tourism stakeholders as well as the CNMI government as the CNMI rebuilds its tourism sector. Additional flight options will support our hotels, restaurants, tour operators, and local businesses as we work to reestablish our island's pre-COVID position in the Pacific tourism market. While we prepare for our scheduled service launch, our charter services are available to serve immediate travel needs. Community members may email info@flymax.com to arrange charter flights or to join our notification list for updates on our upcoming scheduled services. That's from John Stewart from Micronesian Air Connection Services. So we got that from them yesterday, and we posted that out there to you guys. Yeah, you guys might have recognized that. That's what it was. So they said they're going to start their regular flights within the next month to 2 months. Kind of a big deal. Excuse me. Do we look forward to seeing how that goes? We're trying to get. Geez, that's my calendar alert to let me know to call the guys from the Red Cross and to get that party started. Hey, good news! Tomorrow morning, at 8 o'clock, we're going to have Karina Pinales join us in studio. She's going to be giving the big presentation on Thursday. What big presentation are you talking about? Well, we'll tell you. That's this one right here. It's called Creative Ways to Fund Your Business. It's an interactive workshop, and it's a free session, and it's going to be over there at the Daejung Kum restaurant across from the Saipan World Resort. It's going to include cross-marketing outreach, social media, health check, and explore ways to fund your business. She's an Economic Recovery Corps Fellow, and she's here in the CNMI for the next 30 months. That's 2.5 years. And in fact, the funny thing is that the governor said, yeah, for now, and then you're going to stay. Then I'm going to write a letter to extend you and keep you here. So we've already met her. We met her in person at the Marianas Business Network event last week with the governor called Moving Our Economy Forward, which was great. But we really got her personality there. And then we also saw her at the Armed Forces Committee hosting of the PACAV Deputy Commander Laura Linderman, Lieutenant General. And she's got a great personality. She's just funny. She's sharp as a tack, and she's great at what she does, but she's also just really pleasant. You're really going to like her when you get to meet her. And I think that I'm looking forward to this because I think her style and her form of communication is just so welcoming. And I think that I look forward to seeing what it's going to be. So you guys should check that out. You got this is already on our NMI News Service page, but you could check that out as well over there on at the QR code that's on there. So you can find out more information there. Guys, there's great opportunities for you here in the CNMI. If you're not taking advantage of them, don't miss out because, man, if we've got the Economic Recovery Corps sending fellows out here to help us going, people in the mainland are aware that our economy's not doing all that hot right now and that we need some help. Well, they're sending help, and they're sending the horses out here to try to get us going. And what else can you ask for? That's about all you can get. I know that sound. That's football sounds. All right. Quick, easy, seamless segue. No, I'll have none of those things. We're just going to go right into it. All right, this is just the updates from the playoffs yesterday, and then we're going to tell you about what's going on today because the Vikings and the Rams are going head-to-head in just 2.5 hours, the final playoff game of this week. The Vikings, who had this number 2 seed because they lost to the Lions against the Rams how are they in LA? Oh, because they won the West. That's why. Oh my gosh, they're going to be playing in LA, but they're not playing in LA. They're going to be playing in Arizona because of all the fires in LA. So a team that finished 14-3 is traveling to a team that finished 10-7, and both of those teams are traveling to a team that didn't make the playoffs. All right, the Texans ended up knocking off the Chargers 32-12. The Ravens beat the Steelers 28-14. The Bills beat the Broncos 31-7, and the Eagles beat the Packers 22-10. I don't think that was a shock, but the big surprise was that the Commanders went into Tampa Bay and beat the Buccaneers 23-20. What a great game. The Commanders are gonna be beasts for the next round of the playoffs. I can't wait to see how that shakes out. And then it's just going to be a matter of what happens next week. The Bills are going to be hosting the Ravens, and the Chiefs are going to be hosting the Texans. The Eagles and Commanders. What is the next week, by the way? Let's take a look at that schedule because I'm not exactly sure who's playing who in the NFC side. So I'm pulling that up. Give it to me. Give it to me. All right, next week. I need the next week's schedule. Where are we at? NFL has made it so hard now. Okay, divisional playoff. That's what we're looking for. They've changed their setup a little bit, so it's not as awesome. All right, so here's the playoff schedule for next week. The Texans are going to Kansas City to see if they can't pull the upset of all upsets. The Commanders are going to Detroit, where they're going to face a buzzsaw in the Lions. I don't think they have any chance at all. The Ravens are going to Buffalo to challenge the Bills, and whoever wins tonight between the Vikings and the Rams, they are traveling to Philly to take on the Eagles. So that should be a good one. Anyway, that's what we got for you. That's the NFL action that's going on for today. Hooray. And there was some good stuff. I can't believe the way that game went yesterday. It was not exactly the way I thought it was going to be. The Commanders beating the Buccaneers, and that's all because the Buccaneers gave up some great opportunities, and they let the Commanders stick around, and, man, they look too good. They look too mean, but they don't look mean enough to beat the Lions. The Lions definitely, there's no way the Commanders beat the Lions. Not unless, like, everybody comes down with food poisoning in Detroit. That's it. There's the only way. And there's also no way the Texans are going to beat the Chiefs. If they do, great, but I don't see it happening. Chiefs going to be going in to, Chiefs definitely going to the AFC Championship. Who are they going to play, though? The Ravens or the Bills? This is a scary game for me because the Ravens beat the snot out of Buffalo this year. The Bills seem to usually beat the Ravens. Definitely that's the case in the playoffs. But, man, with Derrick Henry on that team, that's going to be the Ravens are actually favored to win that game by 1.5. So seeing that happen, I don't know. I'm not looking forward with that one with any kind of excitement. I'm just going at it with hope and not optimism, but just hope. But today's game with the Rams and the Vikings, boy, I mean, I hope the Vikings can do it. I don't know why I'm feeling the Rams on this one. I'd like to see the Vikings win. I'd like to. I just don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. Really, I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off today. All right. Oh, man. Well, let's see. That's what we got in the world of football, and we'll be watching it. Again, 11 o'clock. That'll be way after my actual meeting, so we got that going for us, which is nice. And then we got something else going on. Wait. What's the other cool thing that's happening today? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Oh, yeah. That's right. All right. you guys don't need to know about that. But that's going to be great stuff. So anyway, there's good stuff happening all around today, and I got no complaints. It's not too bad. We already did Today in History while we were trying to fill some time when we got our guest who came in early and great, Destiny Issa from Mungie Things. Man, that was so great. Oh my God, Louisa, she's like, last night's game though. You know, I didn't see it till the end. I ended up falling asleep. I knew that's why I didn't go last night, by the way. I'll be there tonight, but I didn't go last night because, you know, I got here so early yesterday. Like I got here a little after 4 and to get ready and to watch football. But to get ready for all the coverage that I knew that we're going to be doing, the back-to-back, the splitting videos and all that other stuff, and then the other coverage later, you know, that was a lion, and I knew I didn't want to be all the way till however late that game was going to go last night because I was going to be completely wiped out, and that was it. So I stayed away from it, and that was it. All right, so let's go to hold on, I want to go to yesterday. Get this interview. What was the final score? I mean, I could just look it up. Wow, this, what inning is that? Oh man, extra innings. I'm looking right now in the top of the 8th where, I mean, I could just show you guys what I'm looking at. Here, this is from last night's game. This was in the top of the 8th. Marlins and Falcons, oh my God, they went pretty late. In the bottom of the 8th, Marlins were up 15-13. I'm judging by how much time is left. That was it. So 15-13, Marlins beat the Falcons. And so that's another great thing about this is that you're able to, this platform is that you're able to go and do all that stuff. Yeah, 15-13, Marlins beat the Falcons. That's one of the best things about this type of medium that we're using is that we're able to go back and do that stuff. And you guys can watch it and watch it over and over again. So, man, that is just great stuff. I love this. So great job last night. That must have been late. What time did you guys get out of there? It must have been really late. It was after, it was creeping toward 10. My eyes kind of creeped open. I looked at my phone real quick before going back to bed. And it was, it looked like you guys were still going at like 9:40 something. And man, here, this is something that I was going to get to today too, because we had the interview. This was after the, inauguration and the meeting for public school system. And that's Kodep Ogumoro with all of his supporter and everything. I think I got him for an interview like right about here. So we'll roll into that so you guys can see what that was all about. But what a big moment that was. Again, actually it took a little while because everybody wanted to get to him. Yeah, here we go. I got him with a little bit here.
Can I give you this? All right, thanks. Thank you.
In case you guys missed
We're going to try it now because only about 30 people are left to say thank you and congratulations. All right, so I thought it was great that you're running for Board of Education. Now you're the chairman of the board. All right, so first of all, how does that feel?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, humbled, just so excited that I could serve. And that's what this whole journey has been about. So, yeah, just truly humbled and ready to get to work for the people.
Well, you said you want to make some changes and you want to get things going in the right direction. You couldn't have gotten a better position on the board to make that happen. So where do you start?
Well, we could start with my speech. You know, I did list down some key issues and areas that really were a part of, you know, all the conversations that I had with, you know, different people in the community, on your show, with family, friends. So yeah, it's just been a great ride so far. And again, I think my campaign was really premised on engaging with stakeholders, and that's what I'm going to do. And that's work itself to bring people to the table.
Well, it sounds like you're going to get to work like tomorrow with your vice chair, and you're going to be going out this week.
Absolutely, very excited, and I'm glad we're able to coordinate with the commissioner and his team, as well as our super competent board office staff, and yeah, really just to facilitate visits to all of our schools, to introduce ourselves. Even last week, I was invited already to a PTSA at San Vicente Elementary School. I tell you that, I was kind of blown away. There are so many parents there, but kudos to San Vicente School. Big parent involvement going on over there. So,
well, if you thought that was a big crowd, you should have seen all the people behind you on stage for your photo. That was a pretty big crowd. All right, any last thing? I know you want to get off and go and start doing some work. It's already 5 o'clock. So anything, last little parting bits?
Really, I'm here in service, and I look forward to creating that space and opportunities for stakeholders, education stakeholders. I think everyone is an education stakeholder, yeah? But creating that space and opportunity for people to contribute their thoughts and ideas. There's so many have come in, and there's still a lot more out there, and I'm so excited to work with my fellow colleagues and the team.
All right, well, congratulations.
Yes.
That's one meeting down.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Hey man. Congratulations. That's so cool.
Absolutely. Let's talk.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
folks, that's it. We're gonna let our chairman go, and that's it. So here from the multi-purpose at the big ceremony for the inauguration, it's Brad Rosala, and with our new chairman of the Public School Systems Board of Education, Kodep Ogumoro. That's it for today, folks. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock-ish, for Good Morning Marianas right here. So take care. Have a great night.
That's how we wrapped it up. But he mentioned, excuse me, he mentioned his speech. Well, let's see if I can't get to that. I'll cue that up for you. All right, so here we go.
I ask for your indulgence, ladies and gentlemen.
I was not sitting on his phone.
Some brief remarks. Family, friends, dignitaries, our elected and appointed leaders, youth leaders, and community leaders. Tiro Faisho, Hafaday, and warm greetings to you all. Thank you for joining us today to witness an important milestone for our public school system, the installation of a new set of education leaders elected to oversee and guide education in the CNMI for the next 4 years. From the outset, I want to acknowledge that I stand here today, rather sit, because of the confidence you and others in our community placed in me through your vote last November. For that, I express my deep gratitude and utmost respect. I am truly honored to serve our islands in this capacity, to apply the skills and experiences I have gained over the years to enhance our efforts in meeting the educational needs of our young citizens, empowering them to become thriving, contributing members of our Commonwealth. In the months leading up to the election, and since then, I engaged in many conversations with stakeholders, including many of you present today. We discussed challenges, successes, and exchanged ideas about what's working and where we can improve. Many questions were posed to me. Some of them were, what resources do we currently have to fulfill our mandate? What additional resources are needed? How can we improve our cultural studies program? How can we further empower and support our teachers, instructors, administrators, and support staff? How do we expand instruction in our covenant and constitution? How can we better localize classroom instruction to include fishing, farming, traditional medicine and navigation, cultural preservation, and environmental protection? How do we cultivate more scientists, tech workers, and engineers that will support the future we envision? These conversations reinforce my belief that collaboration is key to finding solutions and achieving our shared goals. It has been truly humbling, the number of people who reached out to express their congratulations and their confidence in me. To know just how many people out there are rooting for my success. Because my success means the board's success. And the board's success means our school system's success. And our school system's success means our community's success. As the saying goes, none of us is as smart as all of us. I'm fortunate to have been raised by two phenomenal individuals who instilled in me a deep pride in our people and respect for the history that brought us to where we are today. My father, Francisco Uludong, was a passionate journalist and young activist during political status negotiations across Micronesia. My mother, Felicidad Gumaro, a native Carolinian woman who played a pivotal role in shaping our education system. I pay my deepest respects to them and their legacy of public service. While addressing the issues of today is essential, it is equally important to engage in collaborative conversations about the future we want for our children. What values do we wish to preserve and promote? Looking ahead, I am excited to collaborate with our youth leaders from the Youth Congress, student councils, and youth advisory panel, as well as our education partners from Northern Marianas College and Northern Marianas Technical Institute. I also look forward to engaging with the newly formed Association of the Northern Mariana Islands Mayors. Thank you, Honorable Mayors, for your presence, to foster collaboration, unity, and effective governance across the CNMI. Over the past 2 years, I've been fortunate to take part in local and regional policymaking conversations alongside leaders from the Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature, due in big part to former Senate President Edith De Leon Guerrero. I deeply appreciate their partnership and look forward to the progress we will achieve together as we work towards shared goals for the benefit of our people. In addition, I remain committed to the continued implementation of our established goals for education and the remaining SDGs as laid out in our Comprehensive Sustainable Development Plan. Building on that is the Governor's Green Growth Initiative that encompasses work and conversations critical to the sustainable development of our islands. These initiatives are vital for ensuring that we meet the needs of today without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. The most critical goal we have is the goal of partnering and partnerships. I believe my experience in that area, coupled with the existing roles I fill with MANGO, the Public Lands Advisory Board, and community organizations will all add value. Finally, I want to express my gratitude to Mrs. Valerie Malwelbuk and the Board of Education Office team for organizing today's event amidst a whirlwind of planning. Thank you to Justice Manglonia for administering the oath to us today and his flexibility in our request to change our start time. Special thanks as well to our commissioner for coordinating this week's activities. Tomorrow and Wednesday, fellow board member, Vice Chair Mr. Barcinas and I will visit Saipan schools to introduce ourselves to the various teams across the island. On Thursday, we will receive briefings from our management team and departments. I'd like to end with a quote from A.P. Abdul Kalam, an esteemed scientist, educator, and statesman who served as the 11th President of India. The purpose of education is to make good human beings with skill and expertise. Enlightened human beings can be created by teachers. I close with special gratitude to my family and friends who believe in me and have supported me on this journey. And thanks to all of you for your presence here today. I look forward to working alongside you all and our team to advance our islands together. Viva Marianas. Thank you.
And that's your speech from the new chairman for the Board of Education. And that was at the inauguration yesterday. We got a couple more, but we only have a couple of minutes left before we wrap it up today. We might be able to fit them in there. Let's just take a look. That one was a little bit longer than the other two. At least because we had Maisie B. Let's get her in there. I've got her speech queued up. All right, so let's get her started.
A few minutes for remarks by ourselves. So with that said,
let's get Maisie.
Go ahead and offer the floor.
She's sticking around as a board member, and she also runs the Domestic Violence Coalition.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hafide, Tiro, thank you so much for being here. It's so nice to look out and see so many people who care very deeply about education. So thank you so much for being here. Your presence means a lot to us and to the faculty and staff of PSS, and most especially to our students. I don't have a lot to say, except I just want to offer gratitude. First and foremost to God for everything. We are nothing without Him. Secondly, to Ms. Abao and the staff of the BOE and the staff of the commissioner who worked so hard to put this amazing event together. So please join me in offering them a round of applause. I do want to say thank you to Commissioner Camacho. Thank you to your staff. Thank you to your key management. The last 4 years of working with you all has been such a privilege and an honor. Being able to serve my community in this capacity has taught me so much. I learn every single day from you, from our teachers, from our students, and I am so honored to continue in that journey of learning with you. Thank you so much for your patience with me, for holding us accountable at the 18th, and I hope you will continue to do that. Our partnership needs your voices. So I thank you again, Commissioner, and for all the faculty and staff of PSS. I'm here in service of you and our students and our teachers. So please utilize me in that way. I want to thank my family, my dad, Mariano R. Bermudez, and my mom, Rita Camacho Cruz. Thank you so much for your unconditional love and support. My husband, Mike, and my kids. Thank you for never giving up on me, always believing in me, and never saying no when I have really crazy ideas, like I want to run for the Board of Education. Thank you for always being in my corner. I couldn't do anything in life without you. So I appreciate you so much, and I love you. My coworkers at the Northern Marianas Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence, I love you guys so much. Thank you for always keeping me on mission. Thank you for always reminding me what our students need and deserve. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for always supporting me in everything. Thank you to the teachers and staff and the students of PSS. Again, it's been an incredible honor serving you. I will do my best in the next 4 years to continue doing that. My door and phone and everything else is always open to hear and listen and be in community with you. Thank you again to the Zuzu Battalion and everybody, all the student performers that were here today. Thank you very much.
And we keep going because here's our representative from Rhoda.
Good afternoon, everyone. If I may say a few words before I do my special remarks. First of all, on behalf of my wife, Jessica Camacho Barcinas, she apologized for not being here due to medical reasons. She has to escort my mother-in-law because she got married back to Guam. So I ask every one of you to please give her thoughts and prayers on behalf of her for her speedy recovery. Thank you. So, Hafali Antiro, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, friends, and families, in an honor to stand here before you officially as the Board of Education member, I am humbled for the trust placed in me to serve our students first, educators always, and our beautiful community. Education is the key for opportunity, the future. Education is the opportunity member that I am humbled for the fresh trust placed to serve with the students. Education is the key for the opportunity and the future. I am committed to working collaboratively with the fellow board members to ensure every student has equal access to equality educations, as well as prioritize student success, unwavering support towards our teachers, faculty, and staff, making certain that our schools are provided in necessary tools for a child to thrive in a safe and caring learning environment. Together, we will overcome challenges, celebrate successes as we continue to strengthen and further advance our public school system. I look forward to this journey of growth and opportunity to making a positive impact. I am eager to contribute to the bright future of our educational systems and our community. Education for all, knowledge for life. Thank you. Si Zeus Masi, Ilisao. Maraming salamat po. God bless you all.
All right, and that's again your members, your newly named representatives to the CNMI Board of Education. So great stuff yesterday from the Multi-Purpose Center, and then from up there on the Hill in the House and the Senate. And it was a joy to bring all that stuff to you. We're going to end up wrapping it up today so that we can get ready for our 9:30 call with folks from the American Red Cross in Hawaii. And we'll be back again tomorrow morning for Good Morning Marianas at 7 a.m. And we'll be back with news, sports, weather, all that fun stuff. Tomorrow is Landon Aidlet Day at the ballpark, so we'll have him in to talk about some of the weather stuff that we've had too. So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Good morning, Marianas. So many things we gotta discuss. Happy day, Tirawamian greetings to Rhoda, Guam, Sabin, and Tinian. For all your island news, from a beautiful place with Pacific views, it's always so much fun on Good Morning Mariana.